It was missing fill in the middle, which feels like a very obvious capability.
Fill in the middle? What is that?
So the idea of fill in the middle is basically if you look at the task of writing software, it's very different than chat. And maybe an example of what chat is, you're always appending something to the very end and maybe adding an instruction. But the problem for writing code is you're writing code in ways that are in the middle of a line, in the middle of a snippet of code, in the middle of a function. And the problem there is actually there's a lot of issues that pop up. So these models, when they consume files, they actually tokenize the files, right? Which is to say they don't consume them byte by byte, they consume them token by token. But the fact that the code, when you write it at any given point, doesn't tokenize into something that looks like in distribution. And I'll give you an example. How many times do you think in the training data set for these models does it see, instead of return, RETU only without the RN? Probably never. It probably never sees that. We still need to, when we see RETU, predict you are going to do RN space a bunch of other stuff. It sounds like a very small detail, but that is actually very important if you want to build a product. And that is a capability that cannot be slightly post-trained onto the models. It's actually something where like you need to do a non-trivial amount of training on top of a model or pre-train to get that capability. And it was table stakes for us to provide that for our users. So that forced us very early on to actually build out our own models and figure out training recipes.